Okay, so, and that seems like it's gone pretty well.
Yeah.
You guys are trending well. The rest of the show goes over fine, I think. Unless, do we want to have... I think they need to bring Ian in to the song more. He did a great job of backing Micah up.
Ian's got
but
maybe
Ian totally has
maybe you
soul.
can play my winning performance from my Homeworld show.
oh
That was
yeah,
very
okay.
nice.
So you've talked to you talked to Dawn, who then talked to Sandy and Mandy, and they're like, "Oh yes, of course, we will totally." And so when you're done with the,
We
they're
want to
like,
represent all.
and of
characters
course,
here.
is Ian the youngest member?
Yeah,
He's
14.
14.
Right. And you guys are all just so talented. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, and even your youngest member, Ian, won his what was it called? It was Rockin's
Raquel's Got Talent.
Raquel's.
I actually came in second. The
Okay.
person who won.
Do you admit this?
No, the person who won got. She was a psionic pyrotechnicist.
Ooh.
And you can't beat people like that because they're pretty and they also have weaponized
Yeah.
powers. So
You don't want to say no to them.
They're like
Is there
British
some
people.
martial aspect of Raquel's Got Talent?
yeah, it's basically whatever your powers are. So it's like it's pretty hardcore.
If you kill them, then they're
I am really good at
competition.
blowing things
Yeah, there's
up.
no killing, but it's all artistic. But some of those artistic powers obviously also have a corollary that's more useful.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm only 14 and I only have singing. I haven't come in the fullness of my psionic powers yet.
Right.
So
yeah.
maybe one day I will be able to do something cool like that.
all of the jokes
Maybe
about
one
like
day I'll kill the
shattering
whole
glass and stuff. That's what this person could do.
I did, however, do an amazing for that winning performance. I did an amazing rendering of Noonday Mist Over the Waterfalls.
Oh wow!
One of the most romantic ballads of my planet.
Can we play that? Well, let's put
I
it
did.
up on
I
the
did bring
screen.
you a short segment. The entire piece is actually 35 minutes long. So we did bring you a cut.
Okay, so they play
I want this
like
to be a real song.
the first minute of it. Is it Yeah, can you describe it for us? How does it seem to like a human audience?
It's basically like almost all visual and emotional imagery, and it's designed to make you feel like the grandioseness of nature and how overwhelming it is, so that as you're listening to it, you just feel a part of the natural world.
Oh,
so much so
lovely.
that you can hardly breathe because you're so overwhelmed by the glory of it.
At the end, there's like
Tears shed.
it's a little hard to breathe.
After that S&M performance. There's the beautiful
Viewers at home, take care. Your hearts might have some trouble too.
Yeah, I totally applaud for Ian, by the way.
Thank you, New Harmonics, for joining us today.
Thank you for having us on.
We
Thank you,
are
Sandy and Mandy.
trending. All right, good work, everybody.
No, that was really good, guys. See what happens when we focus? Good job.
Okay, so you guys head back to the. See what happens.
Being sarcastic is so
He
fun.
just goes like,
Oh,
Hey,
Ted?
JP, you like jazz?
Jazz?
It's interesting you
Yes.
bring that up. Sociologists have never been understand why on a planet of empathic scions that jazz never developed.
oh, I thought you were gonna actually make like a real sociology statement.
Right.
And I'm like, sociologists actually don't understand why the hell anyone likes jazz.
It doesn't convey any emotion at all.
The sequences, they're so wild.
That's actually the secret. It's
Yeah.
like our planet has realized jazz is just crap, and so empaths are like,
It's not. We want to make it. It's not.
I love
We're
jazz.
so sorry.
The boy I'm in love with loves jazz.
Okay, so you guys, let's see, that was radio. You guys have some more like meet and greet type of things. They tend to go really well. The crowds you're drawing are like even bigger than the you had like 200 people, and now you have like, oh, sorry, you can't actually go outside here, but we'll put you on the roof so you can talk to your fans.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh, do we get wider tables so that there's a line for each of us now instead of just one table with a crowd?
Yeah, and Biggie Entertainment has like sent you like 10 security guards to work events and stuff.
Ooh, is there one where someone like beats the fans down with batons?
Don pops open a bottle of champagne for himself.
We're moving on up.
No, they use non-lethal like foam cannons.
Oh,
They release like
so they
insulation
turn into
foam.
foam parties.
No, it's like insulation
So, like-
foam, like it hardens.
Somebody I was thinking like somebody runs up to touch one of the fans and they just shoot him with a T-shirt for New Harmonics.
Oh, that would be great.
And they're like
It's like they feel upset
their
for 1
ribs
second,
are
and then like,
they're bruised.
and they go, but free merch.
Yeah.
It's like,
There's like a zone that's called like the shirt zone, and if you cross it, you basically have like signed a waiver to like any
Yeah.
damage done to you by the T-shirt gun is
You haven't signed a waiver, but there's something that's
Yeah, it's
playing
like
up
if
in
you
the sky.
if you pass this,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
de facto.
you have signed over your rights to be hit in the chest with a T-shirt.
We are not
launched by a
responsible
T-shirt
for
gun.
any
there were
internal
only
injuries.
2 fatalities, the lowest in 10 years.
Yeah, no, it's exceptional. Really, they really improved the technology.
Yeah.
Money.
It used to be like almost like a 30%.
Okay.
chance.
I just wish we could connect with our fans. They keep them at such a distance, and I just want to share my music, our music.
Well, that's why we do our radio shows, so
I
they can
think-
hear it.
Gosh, I just don't understand why we can't just go talk to them.
If I could only touch them.
We've already been through this.
Johnny's like kind of getting nervous because like he's realizing that like nobody likes him.
I like
In
Johnny.
the
My guy
band?
likes Johnny.
Johnny's got the move.
Johnny has got the moves, but he's like not nearly as like cute and sexy as these other boys, and he's like.
Or interesting. Or likable.
I get drunk and
This is
bow
a
down.
meta
man.
conversation. JP is not in my meta conversation.
So here's a question: does JP's mom write him at all?
No, she
No,
hates him.
she's in a coma still. Like, it's an
okay.
active thing. Like,
Uh,
so I was hoping.
Yeah, I'm wondering who
eventually,
started that was
I was hoping.
so probably
Coma
when
or
like
JP.
on when you're on the you're on
No.
the tour bus. Thomas is talking to you. He's just like he's like. So your folks excited now that you're famous?
Well, Pop certainly is, but well, Mom, you see, she's been in the space hospital for some time.
You mean the one on the moon?
Yeah, we're I grew up in the moon colony.
I'm starting to believe your story is actually bullshit and fabricated because you're a sociopath.
You see, one day my little brother got out, and
What?
Like out of
Why
his,
do they keep
out of his cage. Out of his cage.
Your brother got out.
We had to warn the village. My brother got out. The last time he got out, a whole herd of cattle was killed.
They brought torches and pitchforks.
The Red Horse and Preachers
he
to
went
capture my
he went
brother.
exploring out the safe zone, and my mom went to get him, and he's okay, but she broke her ankle out there.
You know they have medicine to fix that now.
And then
And
they,
then she got mood poisoning.
she couldn't get back behind the ray shield in time.
Exactly.
Wait, does someone realize at some point that he's just telling them the plot of Moonraker 3 The Shining? It's like, wait a minute, that's the plot of Moonraker 3 The Shining.
No one's seen that movie.
Yeah.
So
Throat hurts.
Is that movie hundreds of years old now?
Yeah.
Yeah, they just got it on your planet.
Yeah.
and so you see, that's really why I'm here.
It took them a while to like convert it
I
to
need
like
to raise
the
the
proper,
money
like, empathic.
for a
Yeah, so
treatment.
that we would understand what was
For the
happening.
movie.
But more
What
importantly,
the hell is this?
I
They're like, oh.
need to be
Why are people
an
running?
advocate for moon poisoning.
Oh man,
It's a serious issue.
that was a.
We need
Well,
more.
darn, you could have mentioned something on the radio show about it.
Did you? Well, so Richie, you just
I
got
don't-
that on camera.
I
right?
don't want to. I didn't want to shoehorn it in there.
It contributes to
Oh,
0.01% of deaths per year. Mostly comprised of those too dumb to go outside the ray shield.
Do you say that out loud?
Why would I film this heartwarming thing? No.
There needs to be stronger voices advocating for moon poisoning. And I hope I can only have the privilege.
How are you explaining this?
The security guard.
Thomas.
He
Oh, okay,
asked.
Thomas asked him like, if his family was excited about how famous he was. That's real shame, boss man.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Real shame. Maybe when you're more famous and you feel comfortable about it, you can raise awareness about it.
Oh, I
Really
want
poison.
to at the first opportunity I can.
Okay, so you guys are on the bus that evening. So you've gone to these meet and greet things, and they've gone really well. You're headed back to the hotel, and Greg's driving the bus. What's everybody doing? It's kind of late. It's like 9:30. Sun's down.
Per usual, I am talking to the fans on the webosphere. Just nonstop
keeping
blasting the
track.
social media. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the back of the bus trying to be all noir and shit, and like researching like mystery stuff about like researching the Cotton Candy Girls and like who was in it, and who wasn't in it. And it's just
Is
like,
there a
the
secret
connection?
hidden in their name?
You're like
By the
browsing
way,
conspiracy forums and stuff.
well, I'm sitting in the back like I usually have, but instead of being a badass, I'm just like the
Oh,
truth.
I think
Are you pretending
Micah-
to be a badass, or are you pretending to be a detective?
Oh,
Is InfoWars still around?
I'm
in this?
Where would it go?
Is like Alex
Of course
it's
Jones'
still
head
there.
been like preserved in a jar and it's still like screaming
the
on
only
the
thing I see of
radio?
Alex Jones is that GIF where he's like hacking the internet, and it's just like
Hacking.
he has a VR thing
Ship
over his
everything to
face.
China.
So,
But no, I'm trying to look badass. But I'm
I
still
think
looking
I think
at
I
it.
walk by Ted on my way back from the bathroom, and I look over his shoulder and I lean in and says, it's actually spelled Guurls. Careful, Ted. Don't get too close to this. Your career is on the line here. And I walk away.
I like your style.
what's Mike up to?
That is so suspicious.
Micah is sitting a few seats away from Ted. He's still a little intimidated by Ted, even after last night.
Yeah, even after last.
Even after, well, maybe especially after last night. But he also like is really, really curious about this thing, but he's not quite brave enough to like go up and ask Ted if he can help. So he's just sitting there like pretending to read a book.
Just a couple seats away, like darting glances.
Yeah.
Okay. What's Johnny up to?
The truth is out.
I have like out this sketch pad and I'm drawing out like what I would want to be like an ideal dance performance.
So like a skull with a snake and a scorpion coming out
No,
of the eyes.
no, of course not.
Alright.
No, it's like a very conceptual like modern dance piece, and it has like a very like interesting like set.
Oh, because you're serious about it.
No, like I want to get money to get out of this because I want to do real art.
Okay.
And like so he's kind of like fed up with this at this point, and so like he doesn't let anyone else ever see this. Like he's like I want to do modern dance. I want to do like.
I want to be on Broadway.
No, he doesn't want to be on Broadway. He just
Must
wants
be
to.
off-Broadway
He wants to like join like some like famous dance troupe, just doing like non-commercial art.
You want to be like the Marina Abramovic?
Yeah, that's what he wants to be.
pop culture?
That's what he wants to be. Yeah.
So
And what's Ian doing?
I am in the back row.
Everyone's.
You know how
the
Ted
best row.
takes up one whole back row,
Yeah.
and on the first day I sat like 2 rows ahead just to be near the bathroom but not near him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm now in the back row on the opposite side.
Okay.
It turns out that in the last 3 days or so, Ian has discovered that of everyone on the bus, he had most misjudged Ted. Ted was super scary, but with all the experiences, he's realized that Ted is profoundly empathic, amazingly compassionate, and that when push comes to shove, whenever he tries to be scary, he will always step up to protect the downtrodden and the weak. And so he's deeply fascinated by this. And so he's been sitting in the back of the bus every chance he gets to be near Ted and constantly reaching out to feel his feelings and to help him moderate the extremes of his feelings
Oh.
and try to connect with him as much as he's able.
There's a lot of emotion going on in my feelings.
Yeah.
Which does
Hey.
not mean anything.
Hey, boss. you feel so the bus starts to slow down, and then Greg says, "Hey, boss.
what? What's going on, Greg?
Gonna have to take a detour here. There's a train across the train tracks. It's not moving, so we're gonna
You still have
don't
trains
worry
Wait, we
about
have-
it. We're
well,
gonna
Hold on, we have trains?
in this world.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like It's basically the tech level is right now 21st century, except for the
Perfect world.
augmented
Okay.
reality, which is just really crazy.
That makes sense.
So yeah,
Is the train-
all right.
kinda
Well,
like-
whatever, Greg. You know the routes.
yeah. It'll be fine. You just have to go out a little bit. So he turns the bus, and you guys go off again. You couple 10 minutes later, you start to notice that you're off in the not the best side of town again. It's off in the boonies where they don't keep up the perfect world on the sides of buildings. You don't have these flashing neon advertisements anymore from various companies, and you don't see yourselves once every 5 minutes as your music video or one of your interviews plays across the screen. And it's another 10 minutes, and then suddenly Greg slams on the brakes, and everybody feels the bus jolting, and he goes, "Holy shit, what the oh my god!" And he bus comes to a halt, and Greg rolls down the window, he sticks his head out, and he goes, "What are you doing? Could get us all killed!"
So I walk up to the front.
I get my
What's
camera
what's
out.
going on, Greg? What the heck's going on?
Look, and then so you can see, and you know,
Alema.
you see.
Is it the spooky man?
Uh-oh.
No, it's
Spooky man.
It's the cotton candy.
Spooky. Oh.
Well,
Ah,
no more.
no more.
It was the cotton
Ah,
candy.
Okay, so
Move
you
away.
see, and anybody who's at none of the rest of you because you guys are all at the back of
all
the
in the
bus.
back.
I'm not at the back.
Once
Oh,
people,
okay.
once
JP's at the
Once
front.
people start yelling, I go.
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
there.
Yeah, I get it, but
Okay,
I'm slowly getting
So whoever's at the front of the bus can see that the bus has halted, and in the headlights is Jane Stiles, and she is completely disheveled and has run out in the middle of the road and then run up up ahead, and then when the bus stopped, she's running towards the bus, and she runs up and she starts banging on the door, and she's like, "You gotta let me in. You gotta help me."
Let her in.
Drive, Greg.
Let
Drive.
her, no, let her
Wait,
in.
I go-
What are you
Am
talking
I-
about, littering? We're in
Please!
a bad part of town.
Am I-
Drive.
That's
Am I-
exactly why we need to
Am I
let
the
her
front yet?
in.
Are you
I'm
kidding
walking
me?
up and-
Are
No,
you
yeah.
kidding me? Do you
Anybody
have
who's
any
at the
fucking
front.
Do I write the
humanity
front?
left,
Wait, who is
Don?
Drenna?
No, drive.
I shove
I
you.
turn off my augmented reality.
I shove him.
Okay,
And I
so
tell you to
it's
open the
a
door.
5-minute process.
I'll start it.
Okay, you've started to turn off your augmented reality.
Would I
I
recognize
shove,
that it's her
I
because
shove
I've been
him
looking at
aside, and I
conspiracy?
tell
Okay.
you to open the door.
Oh,
Open the
all
door.
Greg,
to
listen to
Alright.
me. You work for Biggie Entertainment. You understand? Your ass is on the line with this. You gun up that bus and you get us out of here.
If she gets hurt or she dies, you could get you could be in trouble.
Open the door.
I mean,
I've been
Greg,
looking for
Greg,
her.
Come on,
Greg,
boss.
Greg,
It's,
you're not gonna get
it
prosecuted.
seems-
Biggie's got lawyers all the way. Look, you're gonna be fine.
Oh yeah, you'll
She's
just throw
like,
your
"Please,
big
they're
money fucking lawyers
coming
at any
after
human
me."
problem. That
Shut
comes
up,
after
Don.
you.
I don't care. Open the door.
You can open the door.
I open.
Yeah.
I
You
open
can
the
pull
door.
the
I push you
emergency bar.
aside.
Okay.
Jeez.
Okay,
pulled
so
my
she
Glock
runs up
now.
and she's
Tom, get eyes on her. Focus hard.
Thank you. You gotta
They've
get
been
out of
looking
here.
for you.
There
They've got to get
are
out here.
people. There are people with these masks on. They were chasing after me.
Well, get on. The,
I don't know.
Get on.
She is on now.
Okay.
Tom,
So-
Tom, check her.
Okay,
check
we're
her.
going now. We can go now.
Tom, check her.
Yeah, okay. Hold still. I gotta.
The most
Okay, so your
nonchalant
perfect
body
world now
Just standing there
is
like,
off. So you can see out on the bus. Looks like shit. The bus looks fine when you have the perfect world on it. Just looks like a regular bus.
Yeah.
Without the perfect world, everything's gray, and it's pretty thread worn. Jane, she doesn't look as nice as she did when she
But she
had
looks like
perfect
Jane.
world on, but she still looks like Jane.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can just see all of the buildings around. I mean, they weren't affected by perfect world, so
Okay.
Jane looks like Jane.
I'm gonna keep it off for
Okay.
the meantime.
I still look
Okay.
immaculate to you.
I'm amazed how immaculate it was.
Okay.
It's kind of like a porcelain figure amongst piles of feces.
Okay, so Thomas pats her down.
Oh
He's
come
like,
on.
"There's nothing here." Greg's
It's
already
not
closed the door and gotten the engine going. "See, boss, we're going. I'm going." And you guys start driving again. Greg's driving a little faster than he was before, and Jane's like looking out the window, and she's like kind of like shaking a little bit, like nervous.
Made her some tea and like sit her down.
Okay.
Has anyone got a
Thomas,
blanket?
I'll take my Glock now.
And
You don't.
does anyone have a blanket for her?
I'm filming up.
You can take
Unless you like
my
give her
shirt.
or something, that's fine.
Does JP take off his
No.
shirt?
Does anyone?
Yes.
Don't
Okay.
upstage me even in this.
Does anyone have a blanket?
I'll give her my shirt.
Well, there's got to be an
He's
emergency
giving
blanket
her
up in
his
the
shirt.
thing, right?
Yeah.
It's made of
There
perfect
is,
world,
but
Dan.
J-
It wasn't real.
Impractical.
JP is giving her his shirt. Okay.
So is this
Yeah,
okay?
she
So is
pulls
this
it on.
is
It
the
smells
one
like
who went missing, or is this the
expensive
sister who was looking?
Swedish
This is the sister.
skincare
The
products.
sister who was looking.
Who was looking? Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, I thought it
Jenny's
was
the
their
one
person.
who's-
Okay.
No, sorry. This
Right
this
out.
is the
That's
girl
fine.
you had talked to.
Okay.
Yeah.
You almost said a romantic.
Yeah. So, as the bus drives,
I'm gonna quietly move into the seat behind her
uh-huh.
and lay a small hand on her shoulder so that
Okay.
I can make skin-to-skin contact with my finger in her neck
Okay.
and try to absorb her fear.
Okay.
Didn't make the noise.
What did we make you roll last time? To see?
It's like a vacuum.
Well,
It's
it's
like
just
we're
a
all
natural
boy bands,
talent.
and we also
Okay,
have
so
like an
you'll-
empathic
yeah,
mage.
yeah. So you start. She
Who
she like
sings?
starts to not shiver as much, but she's still like just looking out the windows. And then about a minute later, you hear her gasp, and then she's like pointing. She's like stabbing the window with her finger. And if you look out, you see somebody is wearing that same mask.
It's so
Is
spooky.
between one of the windows as the bus drives by. Richie doesn't see a mask. Richie just sees somebody just standing there looking like this, just sort of straight. And as the bus goes by, they go like this.
Your reality's off.
And
Like,
they just
like a normal guy, or like
they move very stiffly. Like it. You know how normally if somebody drives by, you move like your neck as they drive by, and this person is like turning their whole body as you go by.
Oh, so like a crazy person. Yeah.
Like a crazy
Like a
person. Yes.
Welcome.
Okay.
Like a spook.
Heffalumps and woozles.
Okay.
Animal.
I'm trying to debate whether this is scarier than the mask. Like getting to see what's not there is
Okay.
scarier than seeing the mask.
Okay.
What have
This
you
seems like a
determined?
good
What have you
place
determined?
to end, since we're gonna have to end on a cliffhanger anyway.
Nice.
Okay.
Bum, bum,
Oh, this is it.
Oh,
In
so
a world
much
of
for
hyper
one-shots.
enhanced
Oh, man.
visual
Ted is gonna be a
perceptions.
noir detective in this city after this.